Hey everybody, this week on Archery 101 we're going to talk about FOC. And it doesn't mean frickin' obvious choice. Hey everybody, welcome to Archery 101. Greg here. Alright, FOC. I've been hearing a lot about it. Personally, don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. Although I did find my arrows are FOC, right? So what is FOC, right? Well, went to Easton Arrows, their website. They make arrows, they should know what it is, right? FOC describes the percentage of the arrow's total weight that is located in the front half of the arrow. And that was like I did at the beginning there. You take any arrow with your point, find the center, which would be about here. You can see it tilts. But if you can see, if I can balance it on my finger, it's forward of the center point. That is FOC. And then there's some mathematical formula, probably length by this divided by this, and you take the angle of the sun, depending on if it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday. If we're in the summer solstice or winter solstice, you can figure out your percentage. All right? So, big thing about this, there's a lot of debate. There's this guy, this doctor, I think Ashby's his name, he came out with this formula advocating heavy FOC. I've known about it, paid no attention to it. Went to ETAR, and I can't tell you how many people's arrows were just had massive amounts of weight up front. You know, and trying to figure out why, asking people why and all that. And the basic analogy, one guy said, I would rather pull something than push something. All right, that's one way to look at it. This is from Easton again, people that should know stuff. The FOC balance position of the arrow is one of the more important elements affecting the shape of the arrow's trajectory curve. More on that in a minute. Ideal FOC is especially critical for target shooters participating in long-range shooting competitions operating under the Olympic-style rules in such as FIDA archery events. Now, let's talk about arrow trajectory. Everybody thinks an arrow does this. But in reality, it doesn't. It does this and down. We cock our bow slightly up, and that's what sends the upward trajectory and down. But if you kept your bow totally level, the arrow would fly, probably raise an inch, maybe not even that, but it come up, it just drops down. So the trajectory is really induced by us. Just keep that in mind. So when you're talking about things, you're going, man, look at the trajectory of that bow. Well, it's sort of induced by us, the archer. All right? They go on to state, while FOC is less relevant in some bow hunting situations, short-range shots, right? It can be critical in others, long-range shots, when shooting low-poundage bows and fixing trajectory issues at the range. It is generally accepted among the archery experts that a high FOC will fly with good stability, but will shed its trajectory quicker and nose dive. An arrow with low FOC will hold its trajectory better, but can fly erratically. Interesting, isn't it? Now, Easton recommends an arrow with 10 to 15% FOC for hunting setups and optimal accuracy, especially at long distances. Now, this is when we get into one of my little pet peeves here. Being a trad archer and doing 3D, I rarely shoot past 30. If I'm hunting, you don't shoot to 30. 20 maybe max is what most people do. So all these things that people talk about, they're not so critical for us because our ranges are so much smaller. Now, if you're a target archer and you're lobbing those things 50, 60, 70 yards, yeah, I understand this stuff comes in play. Now, while researching all this and trying to get as much opinions from as many people as I can, I found a great guy on YouTube, right? His name is Josh from Jersey Outdoors. And Josh has a video series on YouTube about arrow front to center, myth destroyed. One of the myths that he tackled was, does it have more penetration? People say an FOC, heavy FOC has more penetration. Now, I will say he's using the compound. He shot two arrows with the identical weight. Keep that in mind, it's an important part right there. But with different FOCs, and they had almost identical penetration. Now, notice what I said. He had two arrows with identical weight. All right? that doesn't happen to us a lot. I'm not saying his thing was different, but that's a key point when you're listening to it. You got to understand what he did. He also went out and did accuracy tests, shooting a whole bunch of FOCs, and believe it or not, the smallest group he got was actually from the lowest FOC. All right, but I know other people that say the other. So what is it? You know, is there one better than the other? I don't know. You know, when I make my bows, I just make the bow. I know generally what poundage I want. I know what my grip wants to feel. The rest of it, well, that's, you know, determined by forces outside me. My arrows, I paper tune them, right? And I make sure when I shoot them with my bow that my point on is 30 yards. After that, the gaps are what they are. So how do I get it to where I need it? First thing I do is play with my knock point. If I can't get my arrow hitting point on at 30, I'll add weight. I always shoot full length. I never cut my arrows. And I just add weight. Now everybody says weight weakens spine. That's another video, another day. But also weight does not also, if I put a heavier weight in something, increase my FOC. If it's also supposed to change my spine. See, now we're just getting into this complex mix. But that's enough of that babbling. But this is what we're going to do today. I have different arrows. I have 100 pound, 100 grain, 125, 145, 175, and 200. I'm going to shoot them down there. We'll see, I'll tell you my feelings if they change my gaps, and I'll be able to look and we'll see if we get any more penetration. Totally unscientific test, but it's the best I got. All right, so let's do some testing, and then we'll put it all together. All right, everybody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot each arrow. Have a piece of tape down there. Just going to put the point of my arrow on that tape. And let's see where they end up. Now, biggest thing in this test is me. You know, people always say, you need a bench rest. And but humans aren't machines. The most thing that influences your shot more than anything else is you. So I'm not a big machine type of fan. I like to put me into the equation. Because let's see if science can overcome me. 100 grain head. Some serious fishtailing. 125 grain head. .145 grain head. This is what I normally shoot. And actually the 145s were made for a different bow, but close enough for government work. Hmm. 175 grain head. .200 grain head. I can feel the weight on this mother. All right, we've seen that. Now let's go down and let's see how well and different they penetrated. All right. Well, not much penetration difference, not much accuracy difference. 100 and 125 landed 2 to 3 inches higher than this, maybe 4 than this. This is 20 yards. But you know what? If you hit 30, 40, 50 yards, then you're going to really, really see the difference, all right? So, let's drop that one. 125 and 200. Interesting stuff. You know, I do believe overall mass is important. I mean, that has to be. It's just gotta be, it's science. I heard a great one where people, there's a debate between 9mm and 45. And there's that formula, weight, kinetic energy and all that. But somebody took that formula and applied it to a bowling ball thrown in a bowling lane. And according to that formula, the bowling ball would hit harder and do more damage than a 9mm or a 45. You know what? Big bowling ball, yeah, it probably hurt, but I don't think it's going to hurt you like a 45. So there's exceptions to every rule. All right, let's do some more shooting. Let's see if these results sort of stay with me. All right, try it again. 100 grain. Let's see how it works, how she goes. Get my body aligned. In camera. Yes, I am. Set my hook, set my grab. Set my shoulder, set my hip. No dancing that time from the 100. But she definitely does move faster than the 200. Amazing. 145 wide. Should have made a smaller piece of tape, get a little bit of variance because it's pretty wide. I think that was me. Green. Felt like I drew down, not back. No, maybe it was the arrow. Well, between 175 and 200. All right, we'll do one more round, see how it goes. All right, third round. By the way, I am using 4 feathers, 5 inches. Shield, rolls. You think feathers make that much of a difference? I don't know. All right, round 3. Let's just see what we get. Boy, that 100 flies not bad. It flies okay, but look at the size of the gap, right? That's a pretty big gap for 20 yards. So let's see if the 125 stays where it's supposed to stay. Yeah, right in the area. That's just me more than anything else. All right, 145. And I'm seeing good arrow flight. The biggest thing, again, that influences my arrow flight's me. A nice, clean release. Baby dog. Yeah, I knew that one was going to go like that because it's just from the feel. 175. All right, why the difference between two? That one, I focused on this. Nice, clean release. That first one, I had arrow flight. Second one was pretty clean. Those are all clean. Look at the group. So I had a 100 grain difference of FOC. Percentage-wise, I don't know what it is. But 20 yards, did it make much of a difference? Not really. At least not for me. All right, let's go down and get the arrows and let's wrap this up. All right, everybody, there you have it. You've seen it. Multiple ends, right? I've shot more than I just didn't film just to shoot, just to get a feel, to make sure that I'm aiming right, because, again, I'm the biggest influence. FOC. Like I said, my arrows have it, but they have it because that's what I had to do to get the arrow to fly right. It's not predetermined by me. Penetration on this, yeah, it's not real, but it's the best I got. And why hitting that wouldn't a heavier FOC penetrate more than a less, if it's so true? I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. I'm still uncommitted on it. I'll shoot any arrow. Like I set all my stuff up just for good arrow flight. All right, and hitting my 30-yard point on. That's my biggest priority. Everything else after that, you know, it is what it is. Now, if you want your point on at 20, yeah, you probably have to have more of an FOC. You know what? It's like anything else in archery, is what's important to you, right? If doing a certain thing and it requires a heavy FOC, then you need to do it. And if you're doing something that doesn't, then you don't need to do it. You know, I don't think it's a law. I don't think it's such an overwhelming advantage that you have to do it, but it's something to know about. But now you've seen a little bit about FOC. You've seen me play with it, and it also sort of ties into spine. I shot 600 spined arrows with 100, 125, 145, 175, and 200 grain points, and they all hit. And to me, my eye, they flew pretty good. Don't know. All right, let me know what you think about in the comments. Tell me your thoughts about FOC. All right, and if you got any information like scientific studies and all that stuff on it, you know, put it in there so I can look it up and read it. I'm always willing to learn. All right, FOC, front of center. Interesting concept. Who knows why? Don't know, not me. All right, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of Archery 101.